This save spot is what I use for my last branch. Alright, and the next mission will be our wrap up the session for this evening with this one. That fairy's eyes is pretty amazing. It's a new weapon for use against the Lambda driver. With this baby on board, even our M9 can take on Amalgam's venom. Just to be able to develop something like this, it goes to show that Mithril is far from finished. But they've had a lot of their bases crushed by Amalgam. Even those who survived are fighting on. They're the ones that created this fairy's eyes. Looks like none of them is throwing in the towel. We can't allow ourselves to be defeated either. Even so, we might not be able to achieve victory. Dory. What's gotten into you, Kaname? What's gotten into you, Kaname? This sort of thing isn't like you. Jose is right. You just can't... You can't win if in your mind you've already lost. After all, just look at me. I built this giant robot in a scrapyard, and I'm totally able to compete with Mazagazi in every respect, and at no point have I ever lost. Never, ever lost. We're just like the Washington Senators. If we could win with that sort of simplistic logic, this whole thing would be a cakewalk. What's wrong, Kaname? Boss was just trying to cheer you up. I'm aware of that, but if we keep going like this... Kaname, Professor, you get it, right? We need to fight like we have been. There's no way we can win this thing. Personnel, resources, assets, technology, Neo Zeon and Amalgam surpass us up in every way. We just keep resisting like this. Neo Zeon might resort to some sort of drastic action like the Axis drop again. And if that happens, then it's over for the Earth. Calm down, Chidori. I am calm! Kaname, just what exactly is this all about? Nothing! Nothing at all! Why can't you understand something this simple? You haven't seen Chitose's Earth. I mean, yes, this Earth is in bad shape. It's still in better shape than Chitose's Earth. Why are you averting all of your eyes from reality? Kaname, you must be exhausted. Sergeant Sagra, I'm giving you some time off. You permission to disembark with Kaname. Yes, ma'am. Kaname's sudden outburst. It might be tied to the increase in her whispered powers. So this is where we ended up. Sorry. It's okay. After all, there's no place more precious to us than this place. Dory, want to go to our classroom? Yeah. Kaname, about yesterday. You mean my little hissy fit in the hangar? Sorry about that. I must have been tired, like Tessa said. I see. But still, sometimes it occurs to me, this world might be better off if Whisper didn't exist. Dory. New correct century dimension, where Tobia comes from? Followed a similar historical path than this Earth, but apparently there was nothing like Whispered there. Thanks to which, there was no armed slaves, and from what I hear, their wars among humans never reached the level of misery as ours have. Major Colin was saying the same sort of thing at one point. Well, the wars amongst humans did not in fact reach the same level of misery. The wars between humans and the Gambelan Empire, on the other hand. The existence of the Whispered hasn't changed the world, and as a result, the world was engulfed in war. The very existence of the Whispered has warped the world. At the very least, the closing of Jindai High School was my fault. I've got to apologize to Kyoko and the others. You're wrong, Chitori. The fault of those is trying to use your power, the power of the Whispered. Sousuke, listen to me. I really believe this. If it was the Whispered who started this war, then it's got to be the Whispered who will end it. End the war? Federation, Neo Zeon, as long as the war ends, it doesn't matter which one wins. If I go to Amalgam, Chidori, pull yourself together. That'd be absolutely unforgivable. Neo Zeon dropped colonies and meteorites on Earth. Leaving their own devices won't lead to the end of the war, it'll lead to the end of the planet. What are you saying we should do? I don't have an answer to that. But in my opinion, it's for that purpose that we have groups like Londo Bell and Mithril. If you're exactly the same with the rest of them, you mix never-day spies, never-say-die spirit, idealism, and optimism, you avert your eyes from reality. No, I gotta side with Sousuke here, with not giving more whispered to the space Nazis, because the space Nazis would like to engage in an act of mass genocide. Why can't you say something as simple that if we continue to fight like we have been, the situation will only get worse? And if that happens, Neo Zeon will engage in the exact decisive and destructive behavior that you fear. How is it you're not capable of grasping that? Just calm down, Chidori. You don't understand what I'm saying? I see. I guess you really are just like the others. Chidori, why are you looking at me like that? You think I've gone funny in the head? I didn't say that. But I start to get irritated. When you make that goofy look at your face, it makes me feel like I'm being made fun of. You're all the same, every one of you. Why can't you understand something this simple? Could you really be this stupid? Chidori. It's a delusion caused by the fact that we're whispered of superhuman intelligence. You shouldn't look down on others like that. Recognize your own illness. Try and remember that you always trying to get the psychological upper hand by looking all worried. How can you think you really think you control the situation with a self-serving display of kindness? How simple-minded. That thought never crossed my mind. All I want is to protect you. It had nothing to do with my duty to Mithril. Love you, so I want to protect you. And I'm going to protect not just you, but everything to do with you, every world that you belong to. But don't waste your breath on that guy, Kaname Chidori. What? Who the hell are you? Let me introduce myself. I'm Leonard Testarossa. Those of you who've been watching Full Metal Panic: Invisible Victory may have become more familiar with me as an antagonist figure. But believe me, I am absolutely every inch of my platinum blonde hair an antagonist figure. At Amalgam, they call me Mr. Ag. The guy's official at Amalgam, and that name, Testarossa. You guessed it, I'm the twin brother of your superior, Tethla Testarossa. But let me correct your description of me as an official. Because actually, I'm the leader of Amalgam. In fact, you might say that I'm the ruler of Amalgam. What? It may be close, but this is still a sacred institution of learning. Do you really intend to use a firearm here? Have you not watched Fumafu? Shut up and get serious. Put your hands up nice and slow, and if you don't, then you'll shoot me, right? It's time to give the old senpai a rest. Tough talk like that is really behind the times. I warned you. Forget it, Sousuke Sagara. You're apparently a gifted assassin, but even so, enough out of you. The bullet bounced off him. Yeah, it's just like it's like you just saw. This code happens to have that capability. Well, then I'll use more firepower than it. It's not my only protection, mind you. That's Plan 1211 Alistar, the world's smallest arms sling, safe to say. Well, let's hear its master, if I dispose of you, will be reduced to a useless puppet. Stop it, Sousuke! That's Tessa's brother! But he's our enemy! He's actually previously tried to have you killed. You could calm down just a tad. I only came here to talk. And I'm no way a lying son of a bitch. What I want to say is very simple. I'm Chidori. Would you please give up your current life and come with me? What did you say? I promise you a fairly affluent lifestyle. Facilities to fulfill all your intellectual influence are ready and waiting, and above all, you'll be completely free. And you can think about ways to end the war like this guy has been rambling about. Enough with the jokes already. What a shame. Looks like we'll become friends after all. Still, I'd like you to see that I'm being sincere, and I'm going to take you with me by gentlemanly means and not by force. How'd you even know that we were here? For a reason that you most don't want to hear. That's right, a mole in your operation. That's how we found out about I can't talk. That's how we found out about Melinda Island, and that's how I was able to meet you here today. Kaname Chidori, let's go. For your sake, and for the sake of this world. But why would you want me to? Because like I told you on that rainy day, as seen in Full Battle Panic: The Second Raid, currently available for streaming on Funimation and available for purchase from raidstuff.com. Because I'm in love with you. What? You've got a lot of nerve, but I really hate you. You can discuss your feelings about me later. You're free to do whatever you like. You're a chosen one, and you're already a genius. And all people can think about how to use Yet all people can think about is how to use fancy words to exploit us. There should be a comma there. I know Grammarly might say no, they don't need a comma, but there's a rest there in the sentence. Desire to be ordered around by these people? Stop it. You must already have noticed it. And those around you are hopelessly dim-witted fools. And the truth is that their stupidity has started to gain on your nerves, isn't it? Get out of here! Alright, I will. I'm tired of your guard dog here glaring at me like that anyway. And that AS unit, the Arbalest, was it? It's not a bad mobile unit, but it's become a bit of an eyesore. What are you trying to say? It sticks out like a sore them? They mean thumb. Well, on that note... Chidori, don't move away from this spot. Sousuke, where are you going? You bet they're coming. You can bet they'll be coming for you. I'm going to intercept them. That's ridiculous. All by yourself? Don't worry, if anything happens, I'll have the Arbalest with me. Anyways, like I told you before, I want to protect you. When it comes to you, no matter how tough the problem, I'm going to get us through it. You'll see. Sousuke! I get the impression like Tesla's that Leonard's got some psychic mind whammy crap going on. So many armed slaves, including the giant ones we fought in Odaiba. Sergeant, their strength edge is overwhelming, but we've got to protect Chidori. Yes, sir. And let's survive this no matter what. Why are you stating the obvious at a time like this? I've just got a premonition, that's all. A premonition? That we're going to end up parting ways. You never did talk like a normal AI, but this time you've really outdone yourself. Anyway, we've got no time for premonitions. Starting with the Lambda driver online. Let's do this, Al. No matter what happens, we've got to hold the line until the main unit arrives. Roger that, Sergeant. So, don't die. Okay. So, we've actually seen this map before with our previous fight with Gates. But how I'm going to work this is... This location has cover. I have... two here. I have 6 Lambda strikes. And then I'm out of energy. And... that also, and using all those will also limit my use of the monomolecular cutter. So I'm going to save that for people who've actually got Lambda drivers. I'm sorry, Chidori, we were supposed to protect you, but by leaving you on the battlefield like that, we put you in a horrible position. No matter what happens, I'll protect you. And not just your freedom, but your heart as well. Aww. Wow, okay. Yep, did not need to use the Lambda driver attack there. That worked nicely. Level up. Okay, the flicker on, so I'm still in good shape. I don't think this will get one-hit KO this time, but you never know. Another crit! Oh, it's a one-hit KO. For 300. Let's use the anti-tank dagger on you. Oh, changing the attack animation here for when you're using the lambda driver for these. And also attacks the damage animation as well. Alright, turn. Anything else I can attack you with? Nope, the only attack dagger is the only thing in range. I'm gonna save the other one for someone who has more hit points. You will hit the anti-tank dagger.
Kuzuには似合いの攻撃だな。警戒を怠ったようだな。ダメだ。対応してる。
Okay, so this one we'll use Lambda Strike on because he's the much more. Yeah, let's use Lambda Strike on him because he's more hit points and other stuff. Levels up. Because those are heavier duty suits. Alright, but those big four in the back are the ones that are the tough ones. Sergeant, enemy reinforcements are coming in from above. From above? Gamelins and Neo Zeon. Gamelins of the Neo Super Empire, the ones who are allied with Neo Zeon. Don't worry, it looks like our guys made it in time. Alright.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. Also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Toss me a few bucks, also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.